Shout out his own name when he has an orgasm. I kind of like that. It's fantastic. But anyway, what was I talking about? I usually play music when I do this. Unfortunately, I have my guitar with me. I used to be in a band, but I didn't really get along with the other members. And to be quite honest, I hated their guts. I guess the lesson is there. Never form a band with your parents. But it is truly good. Look at some couples in here, which is always nice. We've got a couple down there. A couple of really drunk too. So you're a couple there, aren't you? You can definitely see the chemistry between these two. In fact, I saw you slip in her drink earlier, but good. Right, things are good. You're all warmed up to a sub-zero temperature. Fantastic. Well, what else can I tell you about myself? Nothing really, because I haven't really practiced, but I'm going to try anyway. Where's that big guy? The masculine guy. Hands up. There he is. I knew it was him. How you doing, sir? Do you work out much? Of course he does. He's got the vibe of someone that spends a lot of time showering with other men, which I always like for somebody. That's good. Right, good. These are the big jokes. The lesser ones will come later. All right. Well, what can I tell you? I've been here for a while. I'm single still. As far as I'm concerned, marriage is a form of legalized slavery used by the patriarchal system to subjugate women. But then again, I was thinking it must have a downside as well. I'm surprisingly single at the moment, sort of. I did have a relationship when I was in Britain, but it didn't go that well. I mean, we broke up. I don't know why I was surprised, and let's face it, relationships are a frustrating, emotional dead end, and sex is a short-lived and crushing disappointment. It was not the message I was hoping for in my Valentine's card. I used to suffer from depression. Now I fucking look forward to it. I've always had I'm just gonna tell fucking jokes one after the other. That might work, yeah. I've always had problems with relationships. I think it might go back to my teenage years when I was systematically and repeatedly sexually abused by myself, but still. Not that I'm knocking masturbation. I mean, it's cheap, it's fun, and it gets you out of the house. I'm sure I recognize this guy from the Riverside. This is not going as well as I hadn't hoped. Do you want to hear any more? I mean, I just sort of jumped up here to tell some jokes, but you seem to be getting a bit restless, so I'm more than happy to fuck off, to be honest. But I'm going to try to, that's what I want to hear, yeah, good. That's what I need to hear. I need the oxygen of laughter. Well, I was down in Russian Market a couple of weeks ago, and I unfortunately picked up one of these digital VDs. It was my own fault. What did I expect to get from a pirate? I got them back to my place, but it took me so long to use my hard drive, I ended up having to use a floppy. Most of you don't even know what that is, but we do. Yeah, I still managed to pick up a virus for some reason, because the next day I was streaming information. It felt like I was burning a CD. So I went along to my local PC clinic, and they told me I'd probably have spam clogging up my outbox for the rest of my life. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I have had problems with relationships. Are you in love, sir? Apart from yourself, obviously, as you should be. I haven't been in love for absolutely ages. And you know what I miss about being really, really in love? Right? It's the little things. Waking up next to someone that you care about, yeah? That is going to offer you a shoulder to cry on when you're down. And I'll be honest, I miss the sex too. I do. And yet I just can't see myself going back to being an altar boy again, you know? I've just, I've moved on. It's over. Because childhood was rough for me, because I was a weird looking kid. I wear contact lenses now. But when I was a kid, I wore big, thick glasses that magnified my eyes, one of which was lazy. I won't tell you which one, but I can't be bothered. And I had to wear an eye patch because of my lazy eye, but my father, being Scottish, was too cheap to buy me one. This is the truth. So instead, I had to use folded up toilet paper. So there was me walking around with my big, thick fucking glasses, my lazy eye, my folded up toilet paper, too frightened to look at the sun in case the paper burst into flames. feeling rather unattractive, if I'm honest, because that's not the best look. I never forget the local sex offender coming up to me and saying, I don't know whether to molest you or take you under my wing as an apprentice. I wish I could reassure my younger self. Say, don't worry, little fella. One day, if you play your cards right, work hard, you'll be performing in front of about 45 functioning alcoholics in some third world on the verge of a revolution country. Where you'll be getting paid in 100 real notes and a lifetime supply of fucking pahok. Whatever that is, Cambodian cheese made from fucking fish. You do the math, because I can't. Alright, so I do miss, I'm from Britain originally and Canada as well. There's one thing I miss about Britain, and that is a full English breakfast, a fry-up. Any fans of that in here? I miss them. They're fantastic. They're brilliant things, you know. And I'll tell you something about a fry-up, a full English breakfast. Not only are they basically the only thing British people ever managed to cook properly, you know, apart from Joan of Arc, but there's another thing. They're also, if you think about it, they're kind of a metaphor for the creation of life itself, right? All the information is right there on the plate, right? You've got the egg, symbolizing the female, right? The sausage, symbolizing the male, obviously. The beans, symbolizing sperm, shooting out from the sausage, trying to get to the egg. But the bacon's in the way, isn't it? And that symbolizes contraceptive devices like diaphragms and condoms. Yeah? The mushrooms are yeast infections, thrush and chlamydia. The tomato sauce and brown sauce are blood and feces, my friends. Because let's face it, accidents can happen during intercourse. Sometimes it takes a while to find the right entrance, right? But eventually, if you eat a bit of that bacon, those beans are going to gush towards that egg, surround it on all sides, try desperately, furiously to penetrate into that yolk, until finally the egg will succumb, the yolk will burst, and it will pour out into a swirling mass of egg, sperm, blood and feces, and there you'll have it right on your plate, ladies and gentlemen, life! You won't be hearing that on MasterChef, okay? I don't know, what was I going to talk about? I think that's it for me. I was going to do some songs, but how long have I been up here? I don't have a guitar. I don't know. Yeah, I was going to do one, but you're not going to like this one. It's catchy, but it's just, I don't know, I'll do it next time, but I won't have my guitar. But I got other stuff. But, you know, what was I going to talk about? A lot of stuff. So, I mean, we haven't had any female comedians on tonight, because have we? Which is bloody ridiculous. So it's always good to see female comedians. I had some close friends in Britain, actually, and this one female comedian friend of mine was telling me that as soon as a woman comedian comes on stage, the audience become immediately dismissive of her, you know? I mean, I think that's what she was saying. I wasn't really listening, but but what was I talking about? I forget what the hell it was. Yeah, Britain is kind of different. Britain's a weird place. It's got these tabloid newspapers, right? And they always bang on about the horrors of paedophilia and all this. And meanwhile, if you turn to page 7, they'll have photographs of, like, you know, 17-year-old schoolgirls bursting out of their uniforms, celebrating their exam results. You know what I mean? I don't know if you've seen these photographs. You know, if you haven't seen me, I've got loads. But there's this weird atmosphere over there. It's terrible. You know, there's no tuk-tuks and fucking signs over there. Everybody's paranoid. Everybody's too frightened to have any interaction with children whatsoever. I was in the park the other day when I was over there. Not the other day, the other year when I was over there. Yeah, and I was sitting when this small child approached. She's like, hello, how are you? And I'm like, yeah, fuck off! And he's like, why, Daddy? Okay, so I don't know. I think there's one way to get rid of this fucking horrible condition of paedophilia that's infected the entire world. One way only is what you do is you use the same kind of psychology that you do with drugs. You make it illegal to have any sexual relations with anyone under the age of fucking 65. Over the age of 65. It's been a long time since I said this, yeah? You make something taboo, people automatically want to do it, right? I guarantee if they brought that law in over there, it's much more appropriate a joke than it is here. It's been a while. I guarantee within fucking hours you'd have gangs of shifty young men hanging around outside bingo halls, yeah? Approaching old ladies saying, "You want to come back to my place and watch an Inspector Morse DVD?" DVD. It's like a video. I can't remember anymore. Well, that was good. I've enjoyed myself. You laughed at some of the jokes. Please give it up for all the other acts. I'll give you back to your MC here. Thank you.